Hello, my name is Reno Omokri and welcome to my Masterclass. Now today we're going to be teaching about how to identify your purpose and follow it with passion. I'll say that again, how to identify your purpose and follow it with passion. Now, every person is a genius at doing something. But if you don't identify your area of genius, the world will treat you as a fool. You know, there are poor men in America and there are rich men in Niger and Chad, two of the poorest nations in the world. In matters of wealth, your location is not as important as your vocation. Identifying your birth gifts and your passion is the greatest discovery you can ever make. In fact, it is better to be an illiterate who knows his talents and passion than a PhD who doesn't. Identifying your passion and your life's purpose is the easiest path to wealth because it breeds confidence in you about yourself and what you're doing, and when people see that, it makes them want to buy into you and your goods and services. Now, education is important, very important, don't get me wrong, but what you know is not as important as what you do with what you know. Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Larry Ellison, Sheldon Adelson, Frances Pinot, and Michael Dell, they dominate the Forbes rich list, yet they are all dropouts. So stay in school, graduate, but don't think school makes you rich. Most of the world's top 10 richest men never finished university. Academic success does not guarantee life success. Now, if you want to convert your education to success in life, you must connect with your passion and life purpose. You will never operate at your optimal level unless and until you are powered by passion into doing what God created you for. It's quite simple, really. Follow your passion and success will follow you. A job will not make you excited to get up from bed every morning. In fact, most people with jobs dread Mondays. That is why they say, thank God it's Friday. But God bless every day, not just Friday. So only your passion can make you go to bed excited about the next day. Now, remember that feeling you had as a child the day before your birthday? I do. You can have that feeling every day when you identify your purpose. But then you ask, how can I identify my purpose and my passion? To answer that question, let us find out what purpose and passion does for you. Your passion is anything that requires effort and fulfills a need, but instead of straining you, that effort that it takes to create the good or service that fulfills a need instead gives you pleasure. So for instance, man has a need for food. Farming and gardening take effort. Now, if farming makes you happy, then you can fulfill man's need for food by applying your effort. However, instead of that effort giving you pleasure, it gives you pleasure. You see that? Effort without pleasure will destroy your health, even if it creates your wealth. Ultimately, you will use that wealth to repair your health. That is why you need to identify your life's purpose and your passion. Now, so having identified what one's purpose and passion bring, we can now identify our purpose by identifying what physical or mentally tasking endeavor we do that brings us pleasure while fulfilling a need on earth. The answer to that is the answer to your question, what are my life's purpose and what is my passion? Think deeply about it. Think about every activity that fits this bill. It could be as silly, in your opinion, as cracking jokes, or it could be as serious as open heart surgery. Write them down. God did not make a mistake creating you. Everyone on earth has a purpose and can be passionate. But if you don't know it, you will live a subpar life rather than a super life. Now, look at Clark Kent. He was a rubbish journalist, but a superb Superman. Clark Kent, by the way, is the alter ego of Superman. Now, in the same vein, you will be rubbish or average at a profession for which you have no passion. But have you ever been so involved in doing something that requires effort, but you were so focused on it that you forgot to eat? That thing is your passion. Have you ever done something for someone that requires effort and is valuable, and you felt so good doing it that you did not mind not getting paid? That activity is your passion. You will never truly know the fullest joy of living until you discover your purpose and do it with passion. Purpose is your car. Passion is its fuel. So for instance, writing may be your purpose and politics could be your passion. In that case, you will use writing as the fuel to advance your political career. Or maybe entertainment is your purpose and singing is your passion. Then you should use music to advance yourself in the entertainment industry. You see, the truth is that unless and until you find your purpose and the passion to fuel it, your purpose will not, you'll just be like an ugly duckling. Now, you see, if you know the story of the ugly duckling thought that she was a swan. Thought that she was a swan. Now, let's pause that. The ugly duckling thought that it was a swan. But then, if you remember that story, the ugly duckling was not a swan. It was not a duckling, it was a swan. But when it thought it was a duckling, it could not live a life of happiness, of purpose. So I'll give you myself, for example. I learned to make my play my work. I'm a writer. And then I'm interested in politics. So you see what's happening is that writing is my passion, politics is my purpose. So I've converted writing as a fuel to advance politics. So I write for myself. I've written a bestseller. I write for other people. Their books have gone on to sell. I write speeches for myself. I write for others. Now you see, that advances my political career. It earns me a living. It gives me an income. And so you see, I never get stressed. Sometimes I write for people completely free of charge because it's my passion. And so I live it, and then when I'm doing it, I don't feel stressed. So until you find your own passion, until you know your own purpose, instead of your work giving you blessings, your work will make you stressed. This is Reno Omokri, and I hope that you understood that. Now, in case you have questions from this for me, you can ask it by sending an email to info@renoomokri.org. Now that's info@renoomokri.org. Or you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and then you can send me a DM. Now this is Reno Omokri. This has been my masterclass. Talk to you guys later.